Hello, everybody. This is Scott Hudspeth with Agent Mastermind. Welcome to the call, and I'm excited and just honored to be here as part of your life and part of your success, hopefully. And I've been talking with a couple agents that are currently on the call that I know of that have seen this pre-listing package. So I'm excited to share with you, and I have my dear friend and partner in crime, Vicki Rice, with me on the call. So I'm sure she'll chime in there when she has something good, as always. So I'm going to share with you guys a proven 201-step home pre-listing system. I was torn by calling it a system, a process. I don't know. There's so many things you could call this for max commission, because when you start a relationship, especially one like this with a listing where you provide so much value in what you're going to do to help them market their home and sell their home and help them move into a new home, and there's so many things going on. When you provide so much value, it's hard not to say yes as far as the seller goes. So that's what I'm going to help you with, and it's really easy to implement, really easy to use, very little cost, if any. I'm going to show you a couple really cool ways to automatically share with your borrowers or your sellers the updated weekly stats and stuff like that. So the one thing that I want to really focus on, and I can't say this enough, and I know I say it every single week, is the law of reciprocity. It is by far the reason that I'm here, is giving something of value every single week, and helping enough other people get or to accomplish what they want to accomplish in life, goals, dreams, and desires, and then it comes back to me tenfold, and that's what's happening every day of our lives, and Vicki's full aware of that. So here's the agenda. A pre-listing package to win the deal, sent to them prior to the appointment, automated weekly listing report to your sellers for continued referrals, sent prior to appointment. I'm going to show you, this is really cool, in Google Docs, and then a buyer idea for immediate status, so you can tie in the whole party, and you can work with your lender on this as well. I think it's just, I think we have a rule that if we feel like we're communicating enough, like to where it's enough, then maybe we're possibly communicating enough. So there's just never enough expectation or here's what to expect or communication. I don't think anybody's complained about, stop calling me and telling me about updates about my new home. I don't think that'll ever happen, or you'll ever hear anybody say that. So here's a couple things you're going to need. jingproject.com, I'm going to go over here shortly. Google account or google.com Drive, and I'm going to show you how to set up an account if you don't have one, because I think you should have one, because there's so many free tools that you can use. But you don't have to have a Gmail address if you don't want to. You can just use your own Gmail or your own email to log into Google to all the free stuff. Google Maps, I'm going to show you a really cool trick where you don't even have to leave your computer. You'll absolutely love that. And then a single property website system. I don't care which one it is. Just pick one, because I don't want you guys creating all this stuff I'm going to show you how to do when the system does it in less than 3 minutes, okay? And then if you can, take pictures of the home before you get there, or some way pull them off the web if you have an iPhone Droid camera. We have a gentleman on that's going to be on class with us very soon, probably in November, that does an iPhone video class. And the guy is, he's worked with some famous people on video production, and he specializes in iPhone. He's going to show you some freaky cool stuff that you can do with, sorry guys, he focuses on the iPhone, so if you have a Droid, I don't know, maybe you can do some of the stuff, but it's an iPhone class. So if you can't take live photos of the home, if you can, and then a pre-listing template, which I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give to you, and all you got to do is implement it, incorporate it into your life, okay? Most importantly, the mindset behind why this is so important, to provide something of value up front, to one, separate yourself from the competition, stand out, help the sellers remember you when you leave forever. You want them to be talking about you when you leave, and I'm going to show you how to make that happen, okay? So you have to stand out in the crowd so they remember you forever after you leave, okay? So Jing Project, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet or not, but it is the coolest tool on planet Earth. I'm just going to show you really quick if you haven't seen it. So can you guys see this sun right up in the top right of my screen? Vicki, can you see that? Can you see that okay?
Yeah, I can see it, Scott.
Okay, cool. All right, so what it is this thing, if you go to jingproject.com, it's going to come up as TechSmith. TechSmith owns it, and what it is it allows you to do screen capture of your computer. So I'm going to show you a little demo, and I'm going to show you why this is so important. So I'm going to just Jing this little picture right here as if I'm going to send a picture to you, and I'm going to show you how to use Google Maps to use this. But you get three options here. One is just to capture the image, and I can capture the image. I can draw on it. I can say, click here for overview. I can write text box in here. I can write whatever I want, overview, and then I can just adjust these things here, and you can adjust them so you can see it. And then, or I can highlight something if I want to highlight, free download, and then I can draw an arrow to it, click the download button, however I want to do this. Now, that's one feature. That's how I build these PowerPoints every single week, by taking screenshots of my computer. I'm going to show you a really cool way to do this as a video. So I'm just going to delete that. So once you're done, you can either share via screencast. You just got to set up a free screencast account, or you can save it to your computer and then upload it into Facebook or upload it into your email, however you want to do it. Or you can copy it. Copy it means like I'm going to do it and then paste it into a PowerPoint version, or just paste it, period, anywhere that I want to share it with somebody that's not on the web. All right? So I'm going to delete that. Now, the other way to use Jing Project is to do a video of it. And this is, I'm going to show you why you would want to do a video of it. This is so cool. So maybe I want to demo something. Maybe I want to go to an address of where the client is and then where the client is going, because I'm going to show them the house. And it's a really easy way to just click this little capture video button. And what it's going to do is actually capture my video of the screen. I can pull my webcam up if I want. And then as I'm talking, it's recording. So, hey, really look forward to meeting you tonight. And I look forward to seeing you at this new home that we're going to be showing you. And I think you're going to love it. And if you're starting from here, your address right here, all you do is, it looks like you'd go down 94 and you get off on exit 73, and that's going to take you to N Avenue, and then you turn left on N Avenue, and then the house is down on the left. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. If you have any questions, you got my number. Just wanted to let you hear my voice, make sure that you knew who I was. I'll be driving a white Kia. It's one of them new ones. So that's it. So I'll see you guys there. And then you just click Finish, and then now you have a recorded version of what you just shared on your screen. Of course, I don't have the right plugin. Of course, it's not going to let me do that. So I do this all the time, but for some reason, it's just not letting me do it right now on the webinar. But you now can save it as a screencast, and then you can save it to your computer, which I would just save it as a screencast, which means it'll allow you to paste that link to that video in an email address right then and there. You don't have to wait to download anything, upload anything. It's just ready to go. It's really cool. All right? So that's the importance of screencast, which I don't know why you wouldn't have it on your computer. Some people use, there's some other stuff that you can use, but I continue to use this one because it's so user-friendly and so easy. And there's an overview video here for you to see if you want to check it out. All right? I don't think there's a cost to it. I don't pay anything. I might pay the pro version of Screencast just because I have so many videos in there, and I've been using it for so many years, but I know a lot of people have never paid a dime, so it's a really cool software. All right?
And I haven't paid anything for it.
You haven't paid anything either? Okay, cool. All right, excellent. So new seller lead comes in. Let's talk about that. So here we get the new seller lead. Let's jump right into this. Congratulations. Keep calm. Let's go to work, okay? We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. So it's just the hardest part is changing what you do right now to what I'm going to show you in some way, shape, or form. Like, you know, I guess the best example I had is if you wear your watch on your left hand, take it off right now and put it on your right hand. It's not going to be comfortable, right? It's just going to be uncomfortable. It's just a habit of which one you put it on. You put your left sock on first and your right sock on second. Switch it around. It's just uncomfortable for a little bit until you get used to it, and then you're good to go. I have to tell you, and this is the truth. I know you guys have all heard this, but I want to reiterate it. Comfort zone, way up here. Uncomfortable zone, and then personal growth, achievement, and like your huge goals, dreams, and desires are happen when you're way outside your comfort zone, okay? And I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it because you're going to deal with some no's. You're going to deal with some, man, this is hard. I can't figure it out. That's why we're here to help you. We got the private Facebook group. If you get stuck, just please ask and don't wait. So before you go to the listing, here's what I'm going to show you how to create in a very short period of time and then tie it into the pre-listing package. So we've talked about this in the past. It kind of refers to the flower pot strategy. But we never really put it into okay, I'm going to a listing, here's what I'm taking with me, here's what I've done already for the seller. So I'm going to generate a property website, property text code, property QR code, property flyer, property postcard. A bunch of systems do all this in a couple clicks and uploads. Doesn't matter which one, just pick one. There's a bunch. There was a conversation going on. Doesn't matter which one, just don't. It's so inexpensive. Pick one and have it do it for you, because this strategy will absolutely pay for itself 1,000 times over. So here's the inside, and I'm going to just kind of go through. So like here's the 3 steps that we use. We use agent marketing, and it's step 1 is you put in whether it's residential, single family, the address, price, MLS number, the city, state, zip, and then the county. Second step is you put in the bedrooms, the baths, the garbage, or the garage, the garbage, square feet, lot size. You put in whatever the description is. I kind of got crazy: indoor pool, basketball court for all your hoopers, and a private indoor shooting range. And then you pick a template that works best for you, which there's a ton of templates to choose from. Again, there's other systems out there that do the exact same thing. And then you upload your pictures and done. So you have 4 easy steps that do all of this for you, that now, after these 4 steps, and I'm not focusing a lot on this, and we can talk about this in another class, but these 4 easy steps literally take what, Vicki? 3 minutes, 4 minutes, if you have the pictures? Max?
Yeah.
3-4 minutes. And now, here you now have a listing that looks just like this, a website that looks just like this, professional, with pictures and photo gallery and area info and property info and flyers. Here's what the flyer looks like. You have the website, text code, QR code, everything ready to go, okay? Here's a postcard that's ready for you to print if you want to print it. Have your office place printed on the way by, whatever you want to do. Don't spend the time creating all this stuff and putting these pictures in so it fits and putting the address in there. Like, have a system do it for you. I think it's $1 a listing. It's like so crazy inexpensive, and half of the a lot of the LOs that are sponsors of this have this system. If they don't, no big deal. Just work with them to use it and work together to use it, because, guys, the mindset behind this is really where the power is. So then you fill in the blanks on the template, all right? If it takes you 15 minutes, something's wrong, and I'm going to go to the template and show you what the template looks like, and I'm going to go to the template and show you why it's so powerful and show you how to tie this stuff together. So the template is this right here. So you guys, this looks familiar. If I go back to this listing right here, which is Pawnee, I think it's Pawnee-eared or something like that. So here's a picture of the actual listing as a website, okay? So remember I showed you Jing and how to use Jing and how to take a picture of it, put it inside your template that you're going to send to them. Check this out. So I'm going to grab this little sun up here on the right-hand side. I'm going to click capture, and I'm just going to capture the whole page or capture a little, like a picture of the page, but I want the seller to know that I've created this for them, okay? So this would be a good pick. Or I can click on the actual property info and then grab a picture of the flyer, which is what I did. I grabbed the property brochure, and this is the picture. You'll notice that if I scoot this aside, you'll notice it's the same exact picture. See how this is the same?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did with Jing Project is I very quickly captured a picture like this, and I just grabbed the whole thing. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to know the bedrooms. You're not going to know the bath. In fact, you might even put in $1 here for the price, because most systems will just calculate call for pricing. So you don't want to insult the borrower. You don't want to overpromise the borrower that you're going to get them more money than what it's really worth, because you just don't know unless you've done your homework. But again, you don't want to start the conversation over price. You want to start it over value and what you're going to do for them to help them market their home and get a ton of exposure, okay? I want everybody to get that mindset. So I'm going to capture the picture. Here's the flyer, and it starts with what is the first thing they see on their pre-listing package that you're going to send them. And I'm going to show you a really cool way to take this to another level. But they're going to see a picture of their home. They're going to see a website, which I highlighted down here, which is the text code. If you text for information, you're going to get the information back on your phone. And then I start with a couple little enclosed. You will find information regarding Jody Agent. I just put Jody Agent and her team of professionals, the 201-step system Jody has created to get your home sold fast and for top dollar. A list of questions you should ask any realtor before you sign anything, details of Jody's guarantee, a list of real estate myths, and much more. Please review this package before your next appointment with Jody. So here in this one page, I've created a listing for them, a text code, a QR code. I told them that I have a 201-step system. Now, you can make this a 90-step system, but I'm guessing that I was reading through these, and most of you guys do almost all of these. And how I found this is I literally sat there for 3 or 4 hours one night, and I Googled pre-listing presentation, and I literally downloaded every single one I could find. Then I took the best, and put them all together, and then I tied in the law of reciprocity with this. So that's what you're getting here is the law of reciprocity. Okay? Does that make sense, Vicki?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And this is something that you send to them prior to the appointment?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I'm going to show you how to send it in a really cool way and how to have them remember where it's at just by their home address, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to put that on steroids if you really want to go crazy with it, spend a little money. Again, the law of reciprocity, if I can spend a very small amount of money to make a very large amount of money, this home's $500,000. If I get the listing, I stand to make $15,000. If I have to spend $500 to make $15,000, I'll do that all day, every day. And if I have to spend $500 3 times to get one $500,000 listing, I'm spending $1,500 to make $15,000. I'm still good with that number. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you have to spend a little money. I'm not saying you have to spend $500. It's just, but if I spent $100 for each listing and it took me 3 listings to get one, and it's a $500,000 listing, you can target whoever you want on this too. I'm going to show you that too.
Right.
But so thank you for taking the time to review this package. I've sent you those materials in advance of our marketing, so you will know a little more about me, my team, our services, and how we do benefit. So I put like about you second, and I put the Proving 201 Step Selling Marketing System. I'm not going to hit every highlight of this. You can read it. I'm going to give you a copy of this, okay? So Jody Noel, ABC, and if you have a lake living, if you're into lakes, if you're into a community, whatever you want to put there, I would heavily recommend. Next week we're going to show you. I'm not going to talk about it because it gets me too excited. A really crazy way to own an area or own a neighborhood or whatever you wanted. So we'll show you that next week. But this talks a little bit about Jody. Core values, change up the core values, leave them the way they are if these are yours, whatever. Jody's amazing 201-step system. So you'll see that there's literally 201 things that it says you will do to help them market their home and sell their home. And, of course, all the stuff like, order the appraisal, monitor the appraisal, check in on the appraisal, access for timing. So there's all kinds of different things that you might do and might not do. So I just found these things. If you do, you probably will find out it's crazy that you actually do almost all these things, which is just nuts. Here I am just at 102, and I've been scrolling for a while. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Confirm buyer is pre-qualified by calling loan officer. Obtain pre-qualification letter. Negotiate highest price and best terms for you and your situation. Prepare and convey counteroffers, acceptance, and amendments to buyer's agent. Record and promptly deposit buyer's earnest. I mean, so there's a lot of things that you might just not think of, that the seller might not think of. But if you're communicating all this stuff with them going, holy crap, there's a lot more to selling a home. And heaven forbid you give this to a for sale by owner. They're going to go, really? All this stuff takes place? Oh, my God. I don't think I can handle this, right? Deliver copy of septic system inspection report, lender, buyer. Receive and review septic system report. Coordinate mold inspection order if required. Coordinate home inspections. Follow loan processing through to the underwriter. I mean, just on and on and on and on and stuff. Is there any questions why the ABC team, so you'd put your name in here, often sells homes for 99% of the asking price, but there's little as 30 days on the market. Compare this to local agency averages, so put in your numbers. All agents are not equal. It talks about professors have doctorates, physicians have medical degrees, realtors have designations. It talks about what you did to get your license and the training, continued training that you have to do on a yearly basis, so it pumps you up there. Announcing the ABC teams, easy exit listing agreement. Whether you use this or not, I'm full disclosure. If someone's not happy with me, I do not want them walking around talking about how bad or unhappy they are. By doing all this stuff and giving them updates on a weekly basis and communicating with them, I'm telling you guys, you'll never lose a listing to this. If it's priced correctly, of course. Price is everything. So it says, what is your biggest fear when you list your home with a real estate agent? It's simple. You're worrying about being locked into a lengthy listing agreement with less than competent real estate agent, costing your home valuable time and exposure on the market. Well, no worry. And it says down here, as long as I have 7 days to try and fix the problem, it seems fair, doesn't it? If we can fix any concerns within the 7-day period, you are free to withdraw your listings. All right? Jody team has strong opinions about real estate service, so let's talk about that. Suggesting questions. So it throws out there, it's like, hey, make sure if you're interviewing other agents to ask them these questions. Do you work full-time? How many potential buyers and sellers do you talk with in a week? How many buyers are you currently working with? In what ways? And here's the thing is you have to know and they might ask you these questions, you should know how to answer these questions. So one gives you ammunition to throw at the seller to ask other people, but also it helps you get stronger if they do ask you these questions so you know the answer to them. Make sense? All right. You have a team to help you details, one woman, like whatever, so you got all that. Facts. On the average, buyers inspect 12 homes before making an offer. That means 11 other homes are competing against yours. What that means to you is, and there's just a couple of facts here, there are 5 essential ingredients that compromise the formula for a successful sale of your home: condition, location, market, terms, and price. Your home will set all the highest profits, and then it goes into location. The pricing of your home must reflect its location. The better the location, the higher the acceptable price. School districts, conditions, markets, it talks about that. So what you're doing is you're communicating with them. You're setting the expectations of all of the stuff that they need to take into consideration when selling their home. So when you say, here's what it's worth and here's what the competition's doing, you're setting that up. You're setting the expectations from the beginning. Price is the #1 most important factor in the sale of a home, of course, and it talks about that. I won't let this happen to you. Price guidelines. What you paid for your property does not affect its value. The amount of money you need to get out of the sale or your home property does not affect its value. So it kind of sets all this stuff, because like they may go, well, I owe this much, so it's got to be worth that much, right? That's what everybody thinks. Not correct. What you think it should be worth has no effect on value. I mean, so you just bring this stuff up so you get it on the table. They might be, so you need to go into the listing presentation going, maybe I don't want this listing because maybe it's going to be a waste of my time, and maybe I'm going to get egg on my face because they need too much for their home, and it's just not the best use of my time or my family, right? You have to go in with the confidence, like, I don't need every listing. I just want the listings that I know that I can help my people benefit from. It's so weird how your thing vibrates when it's off. That's really weird, your headsets. That's just really weird. Okay. Thinking about selling. So this is a good question here. What are you most concerned about? And you need to get this out in the open. Like, are you concerned about advertising, open houses, showing procedures, multiple listing service, pricing, closing costs, commission, security? And then you will know how to combat against these when they say, what are you most concerned about, this or that? Buyer qualifications, marketability, financing, negotiations, communications. So really good questionnaire to use. Benefits of proper pricing. Again, you're setting the expectation of, like, when I show you what your competition is doing, what your neighbors are selling for, that's going to be a realistic price. We can't say it's worth this because it has this and this and this. No, we got to go with what other places are selling for. That's the value. All right? Drawbacks of overpricing, reduced activity, lower advertising response. You continue to throw information at them. And here's the thing. If you send this to them before, one, you're setting huge expectation of, like, man, I know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of questions we need to go over. I need to get to know you. I need to know why you're selling. I need to let you know what's involved when selling a home. There's a lot of different things. Text for instant information. So it talks about the texting information, the sign writers you're going to use to gather buyer information. We're an instant information society. So when people want information, they want it now. I don't want to call somebody. I want to text for information when I want it. So, and the cool part about this, Mr. Seller, is when they text for information, I get notified within a second, so I can quickly call them to see if they would like to come inside, view your home. If they're a neighbor, whatever it is, I take care of it for you. You don't have to deal with it. And it's working for us 24 hours a day. Home buyer network, here's what I would highly recommend, is to set up your own buyer network or neighborhood network or lake association on Facebook or something like that. People have done that, and it's been amazing to. People want to feel like they're a part of something. So if you create your own community, I'm going to show you some crazy ideas next week on how to do that with some basic information of the neighborhood. And so we'll do that. So don't miss next week's class either. Internet exposure, 175 countries, 100+ million people. Really easy to get there if you think about what I'm going to show you here in just a minute. We're constantly looking for ways to give our clients advantages over competitors in the marketplace that go beyond traditional methods of marketing. Full color pictures and detailed description of your home. We're targeted, so you guys have seen all this. Referrals relocation. Significant portions of buyers come from outside local area. Talks about that. Contract and negotiations. Talks about that. Accept the offer, reject the offer, make a counteroffer. All right? I'm not going to cover every word. Common real estate myths, so it talks a lot about myths. If you agree with them, great. If you don't, delete them, add in your own, but I think you should have some here. It brings up good conversation. It just kind of puts things into perspective. All right. Never select an agent based on the price. They suggest rather select your agent based on their credentials and marketing plan. Marketing plan. I can't tell you how, like, it's not about anything else except for how am I going to market this home and get the most amount of eyeballs in the shortest amount of time for the most amount of money. All right. I saved, okay, so here's where it gets nuts, okay? So you got this whole, like, so you've already prepared the listing, the text code, the QR code, you got all this set up, you got the flyers, you got the postcard, you send this to them. What if you walk in with this? Vicki, I didn't even show you this yet. What if you walk in with a Facebook ad ready to go that is scheduled to go in front of 3,800 people living in the same zip code as they are, Michigan, United States, that are aged 30 to 65.
Oh gosh, that's killer. That's powerful.
So Vicki, like I'm going to pretend you're the seller, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Vicki, I see that I'm really excited. Thanks for letting me come in. I know I've sent you the pre-listing package. I've created the website. I've created the text code. I've created the QR code, and it's just one of the there's just a bunch of things I do. But one of the things that I'm really passionate about is getting the most amount of eyeballs in the shortest amount of time. And one of the ways is this largest social media site. I don't know if you have heard of it, Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's literally a billion people on there. And what I did is I started this ad, and now it's not active yet. But what it is it looks for everybody that lives in the 49080 zip code from age 30 to 65, and it puts an ad in front of their face about your home, which you can see here. I kind of took a picture of what it would look like, and it's beautiful lake home for sale. And shows the address, and it kind of talks about lake living, Hemlock Island, Pine, so we're just, in a very short period of time, we'll be in front of 3,800 people, along with all the other websites that I'm going to push to that I haven't even shared with you yet, but there's just so much that I do to market homes. It's just really what I'm passionate about, and so I just wanted to share that with you. If you decide to go with me, this is one of the things that will go live today. If you decide not to, I'll just delete it. No big deal. I'll delete the website, delete the text code, delete the QR code, okay? No big deal.
So it's a takeaway close. I'm going to delete. No, I don't want you to delete it.
Exactly.
I want that.
So, like, yeah, because people want what they can't have. They don't, heaven forbid, like, if you were to send somebody a postcard with a picture of their kid on it, they can physically not, I physically can't throw away a postcard with my kid's picture on it. I can't throw away a picture of my home. It's just physically impossible. I mean, I guess you could if you really, it depends, but for the average person can't do that. So if you're going, I got a Facebook ad, I got a website, text code, QR code, all ready to go for you, all right?
And
it's going to go in front of 3,800. That's just one zip code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's that?
It's all about results in advance. You're
it's all about
giving
results
them
in advance.
something of value and benefit.
Right.
And then you're farming. How you would normally farm a neighborhood, like now you're farming on Facebook.
Correct. Farming on Facebook. And we're going to take this to another level next week. I know I keep saying it, but I'm really excited about next week's class. So, and we'll answer questions here in just a minute. So, all right. So let me just finish. And then, okay, so now that I've showed you what I've done, again, the website's not active. I got to activate it. The Facebook ad isn't active. I have to activate it. But just so you know, when that website goes live, it goes to Trulia, Zillow, all the hot pads, all the really high-end property websites to get a bunch of exposure. It tracks the hits from where they're coming from and all that stuff. So I just wanted to let you know that all that stuff will go live if we decide to, do something together. And again, I want to get to know you a little bit more. So I got a couple of questions for you. All right. So you're selling your home. It's a complex process, and of course you have questions, and maybe I've covered some of them, maybe I haven't. But if you could just take a couple minutes and let's just go over some of the questions you might have had for me. All right, to answer other questions. And then another thing, too, is when you purchased your home, you bought it for certain reasons. Why don't you share with me what those reasons were? Maybe they'll be attractive to other people that are looking to buy your home. Just, and then I can put that in the ad. I can put that in the description. I can do special things with if there's something special that I don't know about the reason you bought the home. Does that sound good? Maybe the school system. Maybe it's close to the library. Maybe it's walking distance to daycare. I don't know. Whatever it is, just let me know, and and I'll put something special in there about that because that might just attract somebody else. Sound good?
Great.
All right. So that is, how many pages is this? 33 pages of a pre-listing package. So now I'm going to show you how to take this thing and to take it one step further, okay? And then after I do that, we'll answer questions. So what I did was, I'm going to actually go back to the PowerPoint, and I'm going to show you how to set up a Google Doc really quick, and then we'll talk about it. So if you go to the accounts.google.com/signup. Now I think what I'm going to show you, I think you should absolutely positively have set up already before you go there, and if you want, I'll show you how to send them a link to it, because what is the one thing that sellers are going to think, like what are the one things that the seller, if they've been through an experience before, probably one of the complaints they're going to have is lack of communication, lack of updates, lack of expectations, right? So if you set the expectations, you set the results and events up front, and you show them, hey, here's how I'm going to update you every single week, regardless if you want it or not. You're going to get a call from me. You're going to get an email from me. You're going to get an update from me. In fact, when I update it, when myself or one of my teammates updates what I'm going to show you now, you're going to get automatically updated, okay? So it's going to be, it might be on Wednesday, it might be on Tuesday, but for sure every week on whatever day you decide, Monday, I'm going to call you with an update, okay? Sound good? And also to ask for referrals. Hey, who did you talk to over the weekend or last week that's thinking about selling their home that you might have talked to or that might have maybe acquired about your house? Friends, family, coworkers, start asking for business, right? So go to this, set up your account. You can see right here that you can actually, I prefer to use my current email address. So you just put in your email address and just click that button, put it in there, and it'll let you do that. Set up a password and fill out the rest of the information. You're good to go. Just so you know, Google Docs is an online document. It's real-time collaboration. It's so awesome that if Vicki's in there right now, type in, I can see her type in, I can see her filling in the blanks, and she can do the same with me. It's really cool stuff. It's anytime, anywhere you can access it on your phone, iPad, Droid, Mac, PC, doesn't matter. If you can get into your Google account, you have access to everything. It's really cool. Again, it works on all different devices. Files stored in Google Docs. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm going to show you is what I set up, and that is right here. No. Not it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go to a website real quick. Sorry, I'm flying around here like a madman. So Google, we had 1,100 people on the call today. Okay, so when you sign up for an account, I don't know why they keep doing this, but it says go to your Google Drive. So pretty cool picture. So you just click on go to Google Drive. And then you're going to upload, I use this thing like every day, all day for a bunch of different stuff, and you'll see a bunch of stuff in here, so you'll see here. But I tagged it under, and I have all this information for you guys. So it's called pre-listing package. All right. So pre-listing package right here. Here's the Excel spreadsheet. So what I did is I took the 201 things that need to be done, and I'm going to put them in an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm going to share this with you, Mr. Seller, so that you can see what's done and what's not done and what needs to be done still. And at the very top it says date done and then what needs to be done, okay? And again, you can edit any of these. You can delete, add, whatever you want to do. You can add to that. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is really what this is all about, is about your home. So I know I showed you a lot of stuff, so I kind of put it in a very easy-to-see Excel spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you that has, you know, my number, my name, my number, the list price of what we decide to go with, so I'll fill in the blank here, the text code to your property, so if you ever want to share it with anybody, you can do that, the web link that I shared with you, the YouTube link, if you have a YouTube, some systems actually create a YouTube virtual tour, the blog link if you blocked it out, Backpage if you put it on Backpage or Craigslist, or if you have a Facebook fan page link that you created just for the listing, another thing you could do to knock it out of the park. All showing activity, number of showings, feedback from buyers and agents, feedback from other agents, number of text for info. So if 7 people text for info, I'm going to put 7 there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get an update, and it's going to highlight the actual columns that I updated. Okay? And I can actually, if you don't have an email and don't want to log in, I can actually fax this to you or email. I mean, if you want to just email a copy of this, I can do that as well. Just let me know the best way to communicate with you on that. Some other things I'm going to track. some blog link clicks, single property website clicks, links to websites, virtual tours, pictures, Craigslist, Zillow, Oodle, Google, HotPads, Realtor.com, eLuckyLou, YouTube, MLS views weekly, rank this listing, show on where it ranks. Because if you're a heavy blogger, it doesn't need to be a heavy blogger, but if you blog the listing inside of one of the systems, it actually shows up on the first page of Google. Vic, you did one the other day that took, what, 3 days to get there, if that?
Yeah, yep. And I can't believe it. If you go, I think it's 3-bedroom home for sale in Detroit. If you Google that.
And I don't know if you know this, but 3-bedroom home is the #1 Google. So what they do is they'll go homes for sale in Detroit, right? Who would want to buy in Detroit, right? like what? No, I know. And but then they go, okay, I want to be in this neighborhood. Okay, well, I want a 3-bedroom. And then so you'll see that it's right here, 3-bedroom home for sale in Detroit. April 11th. There's nobody doing it. Yeah.
So I mean, this is like huge monetary. It's a huge. Everyone's vying for that position. So there's a lot of pay-per-clicks there. So
yeah.
And so he'll never delete it, even though it's sold. But
heck no, no, never.
And that's why
you don't have to
that way.
Yeah, that's the best part about having a blog is to set it up right. So so I clicked. So that's so then at the bottom I like how many rank their listing shows on Google, how many calls on property, how many emails on property, MLS. So the changes in MLS. So maybe we change the price. What the competition's doing, maybe the couple of the local things that I evaluated your home with are sold or pending, or so I'll tell you about the competition, the pendings, price reductions, maybe a couple of the competitions reduce their price, how many sales there were, number of brochures, if you do brochures taken from the box, open house activity or lack of, and then other agent reports when I called them. So that's, Mr. Seller, that's what I'm going to update you on a weekly basis. Now, here's the cool part about Google Docs. So if you didn't know this already, check this out. So if you're in here and you click on the Tools tab, okay? Let me back up just 1 minute. So this is for each listing you're going to do. So you're going to do one for each listing that you get. Watch this. So to make a copy of this, here's how hard this is. So I go to File, Make a Copy. Okay, so File, Make a Copy. I'm going to call it whatever the address is. So let's just call it 789 AMM Drive. And this is if you have collaborators, you don't want to share it with the sellers that you currently are sharing it with. So you want to say no, you don't want to check that box. Click OK. And what it's going to do is it's going to copy exactly the same thing, except for now it's a new listing. So you might have to go through and click like delete, 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 delete all this, but you're ready to go in literally 1 second. And then inside your weekly updates, you just go, all right, like this doesn't change. Your numbers, list price is going to change. I'm just going to put that 0. Your text code is going to change, and your website's going to change. That's it. You're going to probably delete your YouTube unless you have it already, but you're going to have this ready to go in 1 second. When you walk in that door, you can send it to them if you want to automatically. And here's a couple ways to do it. One is you can click on File, Download As, and send them a document, PDF version, an Excel format, whatever's best. Or you can even do it this way. You can go Publish to Web and have it a live link and send the link to them in a hyperlink type thing. So they get the pre-listing package. They get the Excel spreadsheet and say, hey, I'm going to share this stuff with you when I get there. Just want to show you what I've already done for you to help market your home. I'm really looking forward to interviewing for the position. That's it. And so what are the other agents sending to the listing presentation beforehand? I don't know, very few that are sending anything or doing it, So like they show up with their own market analysis and all this stuff, but you're showing up, you've already sent. So if you ever, guys, when they find the person that they like the best, it's done. I don't care if you're second, third, fourth, or fifth. If you get them something in their hands that they can physically see and go, oh my God, this is so cool, like get an oh my God out of them. I can't believe this person took the time to do this and we haven't even met them yet. That's where the power is, my friends, and that's where that's where the closing the deal is going to come. They're going to go, hey, you know what? Here's what's going to happen. The first one's going to come in. It's not you, and they're going to go, hey, did you build a website for us? Hey, do you have an Excel spreadsheet that's going to update us on a weekly basis so like you'd show us where all the hits are coming from? They're like, what are you talking about, right? That's the cool part about all this. You can't lose. I'm telling you, If you guys are wondering about the Virtual Tour 60, here's what one of my good friends did. He went and bought, he just seen so much value in these single property websites. He went and bought Virtual Tour 10 through 100. So every listing, and if I go to Virtual Tour 60, so all he does is do a redirect. So if you go to Virtual Tour, if I can tour, God, I am just messing up right now. VirtualTour60.com. It actually redirects to a listing, which is the listing that I used, so or one of the listings. So this one goes to the listing. So then he has the sign riders say Virtual Tour, whatever the number is, and then he just reissues them for new listings. So that's just one way to take it another level. So all you have to remember is the number. If you see Virtual Tour, which, just so you know, Virtual Tour is the #1 click button on a single property website. So he picked Virtual Tour. So you could go Virtual Tour 400 to 450, 400, 451, 452, 453. All you got to remember is the number, and they get home or they punch it in their phone and they go to Virtual Tour 450, and it's a done deal. They're there. They have your information on their phone now, right? And then he has the text code as well to text for information. So I wanted to show you what that Virtual Tour idea was. It's a great way to do it. So he spent, he bought all the domain names. I think they were $7, $8 a piece, $10 a piece, maybe $13 a piece. So if he bought 100 of them, or what did he buy? I don't know, 10 of them, 50 of them, whatever. However, 50 of them, it's a one-time fee per year, and he redirects them, and he's got all his sign writers built. So he spent a little bit of money up front, but I'm telling you, he's killing it with it because people, it's all branding. Everybody knows Virtual Tour is the number. So it's really cool. All right. So let me see. I think I covered all of that. Okay, so to set up a buyer lead, same thing with Google. Oh, yeah, I know what I forgot. Sorry. So going back to this Excel spreadsheet, check this out. So when changes are made, if you share this with them, this is how easy it is to share with them. So if you have to set them up for a free Google account, how long is it going to take? Maybe 3 minutes. Then you can set up a forward to their current email if they don't have a Gmail account. If they already have a Gmail, it's real simple. All you do is click share, this little button right up here, and you put in their email. So I'm going to put in Vicki Rice's email.
Right. You can actually leave that up, and I'll log into it.
Okay. So I'm going to share it with Vicki. She can edit, so maybe Vicki's my partner. And then here's the cool part that I love about Google Docs or Google Drive, is if you click on the Tools tab right here, I'm going to go, see that where it says click on Tools, and then it says Notification Rules. And you can see Vicki just showed up. So Vicki's viewing this document right now. You can see it right up there. She's pink. And then, so if I click Notification Rules and I click Any Changes Are Made, email me right away. So if Vicki updates something, I want to get an email. So what it does is as you go in and update this on a weekly basis, within 15 minutes it'll send me an update of anything that was changed in this document, in either document. It'll say these things, and you can see Vicki's in there right now. You can see that she's typing in there. And just click Save. So any update that she does is going to be emailed to me right when within 15 minutes of her updating this document. So your assistant, your partner, whoever's working in the document, you can share it with your team. You can share it with maybe somebody's going to show the property, share it with them, and share with them the link, the text code, so they can use this presentation to get, to maybe get a buyer or seller or whatever. It's a great way to do it. So it shows you she's in there. And then if I want to chat with her, there's a little chat box. So if you ever catch the seller playing around in there, you can say, hey, how's it going? And we can have a conversation right here inside the Google Doc format, which is crazy. So, and Vicki would chat back with me, and we could have a chat there. So, good. So we can have a conversation there. So there's just so many different things. Those are just a couple of things the ways I use Google Docs, Google Drive. It's free, 100% free. You get notified automatically. It's insane. And it's a huge law of reciprocity, the way to provide something of value to your sellers before you go to a listing presentation. So I wanted to share that with you. This answers some questions. Good morning, Rick. Thanks for joining us today out of Idaho. Awesome, awesome. Are you going to be covering all 201 steps? No, yeah. No, but I'll share it with you, and you can check that out, okay? Thank you, Yolanda. You appreciate you. Let's see. Yes. Does Snagit? That was the other one. Cindy says, doesn't Snagit do the same thing? Yes, Snagit is another one. I just love Jing, so I use Jing. Can't see. Let's see. What screen cache? Yeah. So if I wanted to, here's a really easy way to do this. If I wanted to Jing, and I always say, if you ever hear me say Jing, you'll all know what that means now. So I could Jing a picture of this and send a picture of this to the seller if I wanted to. So I would just cover the whole thing, go all the way down here, and then I could say, hey, I could point to some hot buttons. Say that we got some hits, a bunch of hits on our text for info, and I could just put a little line to it, lots of activity, and then just call her up and say, hey, just want to make sure you got my email. And then if I click this right here, it's going to create it for me. Sometimes it works on a webinar, sometimes it doesn't, but it'll create a link for me that I can send now to my seller, which it's almost done. There we go. Nope. Okay, it's not going to happen. All right, it'll happen before we're done here. All right. Jingproject.com. Let me go back to that. So let me go back to that thing that I shared with you guys. So it's jingproject.com. Somebody asked what that was. I'm actually going to copy that there. Is there going to be a replay? Yeah, you can contact the loan professional that sent you to this, and he will give you the recording, the PowerPoint, and then some other cool stuff I'm going to give you here in just a second. So before everybody heads out the door, and I'll answer some more questions, here's the last one here. If you go to get this template, go to budgetal.com/pre-listing package, and what is there, do not put in the www. I don't know why, but it won't work. So just put in budgetal.com/pre-listing package. What I did for you, this is going to make it real easy on you, is if you go to budgetal.com/pre-listing package, it gives you the Excel spreadsheet that I showed you. So if you download this and upload it into your Google Drive, it'll be exactly like I have it. So you don't even have to recreate it or retype it or do anything. You just upload it. So here's how it would work. So I would click on this, download, or if you click on it like this, it'll open it up. And then you would click the little download button, which is the download arrow. And it's going to open up. I'm going to call it something different so I don't have two of the same. I'm going to open it up. So here's what I put in there for you. So I'm going to save it as demo. Let's see, save it as demo pre-list package. And I'm going to save it to my desktop just so I know where it's at. Save, and then check this out. So you guys are going to be able to do this. So you're going to be able to go to Google, and you're going to be able to upload this and have it done for you within 3 seconds. So let me just show you what I mean like that. So you see me downloaded. It's sitting right here on my desktop. So I'm going to click the little upload button, click on Files inside my Google Drive account, and I'm going to go find it, which is on my desktop, which is, let's see where it's at, Demo Pre-List Package right here. Click it. It's going to upload it. It's finishing. And as soon as it's done, it's going to be in my account, and I can click on it, and you'll have exactly what I shared with you on class today. You'll have, and just know that the two are down here at the bottom. So I called it 201 steps, and then I called it weekly updates. And now you're 100% ready to go, 100% ready to make a copy of it if you want to. Call it whatever you want. It's in your system. It's all yours. Okay? So really cool thing there. Also inside there, I shared with you the, let's go back to here. Pre-listing package. I shared with you the links and stuff. So what I did was I shared with you the jingproject.com 4-hour books. I didn't talk about 4-hour books. Now, here's just an idea just because I have some extra time. I talked about this with another agent. What I would recommend, and Vicki, I think I want to do this, is create a demo site that has the text code, QR code, like dial it in, right? Get it to show up on the first page of Google. Go to 48-hour books, and what they allow you to do is upload a PDF and print a hardcover book with all the stuff that you're going to do for them. So it'd be the 201-step system that you personally would do. You would brand and have a cover on the book and your information on the back, and this would be your new business card. How cool would that be to be able to hand out?
Yeah, I mean, that would replace
Not a great idea?
Yeah, you know, like the binder that, you know, you normally bring to a listing presentation that talks about,
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
you and your awards, and
Right
talk about them, you know, and
Yep.
what you can do for them.
Mm-hmm. And then here's the pre-listing package. I call it pre-listing mastery, so that it gives you exact. All you gotta do is download this, and you'll have exactly what I showed you today. And I'm going to show you a really cool way to edit this in an Excel format, just in case you didn't know this. So once you download it, you open it up and you say, all right, I want my name in there and not Jody's name. So if you go to Edit, and it might be different depending on which Excel you have, but if you go to Find, like Edit, Find, and then Replace. So if I go in here and I put in over here Jody, it's going to find all the Jodys, and I'm going to replace it with my name. So I'm going to replace it with Scott, and then replace all. So everywhere it says Jody now says Scott. So, I mean, I would go through and read it just to make sure. But it's a really fast way to edit an Excel spreadsheet. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that cool? So Jody, and if I want to change Jody Noel to Scott Hudspeth, just in case I have, all right, then the Find All and replace it, and then it will replace all the Jody Noels with Scott Hudspeth. So now, oops, it didn't work for some reason. I gotta let it find it. Whole word only. There we go. So yeah, that's a quick way to do it. Noel, I guess you could just do the Noel and then N-O-E-L. There it is. Change to Hudspeth. And replace all, and it's done. So now it says Scott. Of course, I don't want to change the picture, and then just read through it and make sure. And then on the 101 things, there's one place I think that where it says Scott and her team. So do we want to be Scott and his team? So you'd want to change all of the his or hers, and you want to make sure that it's the whole word, and then you want to put his. So this is one quick way to replace all those. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Cool. Let's answer some more questions. Hey, Gail, if you're not sure who invited you, I want to go back to this PowerPoint, because if you haven't joined us, there's a bunch of people on this call. If you haven't joined us yet, go to facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind. We're 11,262 and growing. We only let agents in, and it's just a great place. A lot of awesome activity in there. A lot of great questions. I love the interaction that's going on in there. So if you have any questions or want invites, just go there. We'll let you in if you're an agent. Can you recommend a few systems? What's that?
Because when you ask to join the group, we're just going to look briefly at your Facebook page, and we need to see that you're a realtor. Sometimes you might be a realtor, and you think, well, I've tried to get in, but they won't let me in, but that's because we don't see it on your Facebook page.
Correct.
In your About section.
So when we go to Agent Mastermind, we got to verify that you're an agent. So you'll see that there's some people now. So what we typically do is we'll hold our mouse over your name, and if it doesn't say real estate agent anywhere, we'll click on it to see if it is, and if there's nothing there that says anything to do, like this, see how it says real estate agent in his background?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much
or in his About
section.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or in his About section. We'll go to his About section to check it out, and you should have this as who you are and what you do for a living anyway. So it says that he works for President and CEO of Jerry Pinkett Real Estate Experts. So we'll know. I'll know that he's a real estate agent. So make sure, because if people are looking for you, you want them to know that you're an agent. For one, two is we want to let you into the group. So we got to some way, shape, or form verify that you're an agent. So great. Thanks for bringing that up, Vicki. All right. Program that I was using now, I'm not sure which that was. Probably the Jing project is the one that if I'm taking pictures.
Or agent marketing.
Agent marketing, yep. There's agent marketing, and if you go to that Bud URL, let me just put that on here. Let me just put that on here. budurl.com/closing package, and it talks right here. It talks about the different things that I used today. A couple different things, so it has links to it. So if you go to budurl.com/pre-listing package, it'll give you all the links that I used. All right. Okay. I've been using agent marketing for 2 years now. It is awesome. I don't know why more agents don't use it. So Gary's just saying that he uses agent marketing, and he's used it for 2 years. I think it's an amazing. I mean, I don't care what system it is, but if it's a system that I can do literally three steps in a couple uploads, and I can have a website, QR code, and text code, I mean, that's heaven on earth for me.
Yeah, and you don't have to do the 201. It could be 29.
No, you could do
You know.
5. I don't care. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just that,
Yeah.
you're giving them so much, whatever, personalize it to what it is that you do. It's just setting the system up. So the system is the
Right.
same, the template every single time. So once you get in the habit, it's like, yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to set up my website. I'm going to go here and share this Google Doc, and then I'm going to send it on, and then I'll be at the listing presentation.
Right on. And a lot of people are
overwhelm
asking
them.
for the list. A lot of people are asking for the list. If you go to budgio.com/pre-listing package, you can get a copy of the list there. You can get a copy of the whole template that I used to show today. All right? All right. Let's see. Let's go to the bottom here. All right, Keith, I appreciate the kind words, man. I really do. I appreciate that. I do not share this stuff on LinkedIn. You're more than welcome if you learn something to share it with your partners or whatever, but I really appreciate the kind words. You just go to Agent Marketing, check out it. Here's the way I look at it. If something costs me $50 or less per month and I can make thousands per month, which is what you'd make on a listing, that's considered free to me because that's providing a ton of money for my family. And not only that, it frees up so much time because here's the thing. Somebody else can actually create, literally, you could have somebody else creating this thing for you ready to go before you go to a listing presentation in 15 minutes, and you're not even doing it. You're out playing golf or like whatever you want to do, enjoying life, and someone else is creating the money-making activity that you go, because you do the money-making activity, which is making your phone calls, talking to your clients, past clients, current clients, going to the listing presentations, building relationships with your listing presentations. Remember, one person is not just one person. One person is easily 50 people. Friends, family, coworkers, housewarming parties. How many people typically show up to a housewarming party? Easy, 25, 30?
Yep.
Easy. So one person's 25, 30 people that own homes.
Right.
And it's just kind of a no-brainer. And to keep looking for more leads and more leads when you have relationships right in front of you that know 25, 30, 50 people, they will refer you if you provide something of value and benefit and help them with their goals, dreams, and desires. It'll happen, my friends. It'll happen overnight, too. It's amazing. All right, so that's it. Appreciate you guys, man. I can't say enough about next week's class. I'm really excited about it. The guy speaks for some high-end real estate coaches, and he's done presentations for them. His product is amazing. It will take what I'm showing you right here. I'm going to take some stuff and show you how to literally own your market in a very short period of time with his stuff. So look forward to seeing you here. Same time, same place. Same time, same place. Actually, I won't be in the same place. We'll all be in Dallas next week for a company event. So we'll be coming to you live from Dallas, and excited about that. I will try to watch out for the Ebola down there and keep it clean there, Vicki.
I will.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys. Honored to be a part of your life. Vicki, thanks for being here today, and we'll see you guys on the web. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.